Hey everybody, Sepulcher. I heard people wanted more Forglar Swamp games, so we have another game with Heiir, one of the top-ranked Forglar players, and he's got a Tide Master out. I think the last game I recorded of his was on the same map. So he's got Tide Master, and his build is +1 speed, high tide, which is I think the build that I'm going to take when I start playing Forglar Swamp in a second. Wait, no, I mean Underdepths Forever, never. And he's got a Bog Hopper Black Hand moving in right behind him. And his opponent is GipsyDog, who's been pretty high ranked lately. He's playing Kanan, which I think is all that he's ever played. I've never seen him play anything else, at least not successfully. So Heiir rushing the font with Tide Master. Most of the time players will go for the nearest font, but I guess he saw something and moved into the mid font. I think I would too against a Lasher and a Tracker. I think I would move into the mid font too. Because then he's like, oh, I gotta contest with Lasher, and then you can just be like, blah, you're dead. I get 3,000 attacks off. So GipsyDog moves Lasher into contest. Here's what I think. I think Heiir is going to kill the Lasher. Just a guess. And so Gypsy puts out a Timberjaw. If all goes well, if the Lasher doesn't die, he'll move into this font with Tracker, and move up with Timberjaw, so Timberjaw can contest. But I think Heiir can kill it. Here we go. Horn of Order on Tide Master. Yeah. That's what I figured would happen. Horn of Order is so good, and it's just now started to be, used more. So, Black Hand attacks twice with multi-attack, and Tide Master attacks twice for the kill. So, like I said, Lasher is dead, and honestly, the game looks kind of over. I mean, yeah, there's the war banner, and so, I mean, this font is officially secure. Like, anything that comes in there is gonna get smashed. Just telling it like it is. You know it. So, if I were GipsyDog, I don't know what I'd do. You can either go contest this font, or you can go get your own before he contests it. And he can basically only do that this turn, but even if he does go for that font, okay, he's contesting. Yeah, I was gonna say, even if he goes for this font, like, Heiir could probably do something to. And there's a Neuromancer who detects the Tracker with a Psychic Jab. When he's deployed, the nearest opposing champion takes 6 psychic damage, and so Tracker's gonna die too. Black Hand takes 10 damage from the boulder trap. And looks like Tracker will have 1 HP. Yep. Heiir uses a Marsh Song, and Tracker lives. Interesting. He still hasn't gotten his font up here yet. He's probably going to send Neuromancer to go do that, or alternatively, throw Tide up here, invigorate the Neuromancer so he goes in and then gets his font with Tide Master. Because you want the Neuromancer in your middle font so he can possess or mind wipe or just do whatever the hell he wants because he's a Neuromancer. So GipsyDog makes the right decision. He moves and gets his font with Kanan Tracker. Timberjaw goes in to the middle font instead. Timberjaw, of course, has Perseverance. That's kind of his thing. Oh man, I remember when Timberjaw alphas were crazy. They're unique now, but they didn't used to be. Tough 2, Blood Frenzy, all that crap. Mountaineer, Shielded. Shielded is like the big. Ugh. Like when he gets shielded, and then there's like a bloodthirsty blade on him. I almost said bloodthirsty braid. That really sucks, especially when you're, like Iron Fist Stronghold or something, because then you can't disarm him. So do you have any other shatter? You know what I mean? But you can get around with it. Get around it with like a impervious or something. So Boghopper Blackhand stuns Alpha with 2 attacks. Looks like he'll be able to activate Perseverance on Timberjaw Alpha next turn, maybe? And then maybe he can Flood for the kill? I don't know. Not really sure what the plan is. But Heiir is still in a great position. GipsyDog's no slouch, though. So, okay, Tidemaster leaps away. Looks like he is going to do that thing that I said earlier where he, invigorates the Neuromancer and goes into the font with Tidemaster. And Heiir also puts out a Hypno Frog, which is just an alternate art version of the Mind Warp Frog that everybody hates. He was in the original Heritage midterm packs. Heiir also has 2 Marsh Songs going, so he's receiving 20 extra Nora per turn. And then there's the Foreglory Swamp bonus, 6 Nora, so 26 plus 45 that he gets from just having his shrine. That's 71 Nora per turn. Meanwhile, GipsyDog this whole time has been getting 45. He just got his font, so now he's getting 57. So, Heiir is getting 14 more Nora. And there's a Cleansing Emerald, so Timberjaw's no longer stunned. And it looks like maybe Blackhand is dead. Yep. Now what happened there was, if you're unsure, Timberjaw Alpha attacked from range, and then Pack Leader, well, damn it, Pack Leader activated, and so Kane Scavenger got a free attack. Kane Scavenger is passive, so you may be wondering, well, why? How can he attack? Well, it's through pack mentality. That's how. It's also got Disease Aura too. Oh man. He's also got really cool art. So GipsyDog puts out a Canaan Cultist. Looks like GipsyDog is doing fine. How did he have that much Nora? That was like 120 Nora he just dropped down. So Heiir kind of in a little bit out of position. GipsyDog, I would say, has the advantage right now. So Tidemaster kills Canaan Tracker with a Tidal Wave. I remember back when I first started playing, like a couple months in, I was like, man, Tidemasters are so cool. And it was back when they had, Amplify Poison base, which they didn't for a long time, and then it just got put on base, I'm pretty sure, again. And that's when it was, Amplify Poison was actually 25%. And so if you had 2 Tidemasters out, you had 50% Amplify Poison. And Boghopper Spitters hit like a truck. It was insane. So that's when I started playing Foreglory Swamp around that time. I got like 2 Tidemasters, 2 Boghopper Spitters, and a Cart Spinlord. Good times. And then, Screaming Leviathan, stuff like that. That was back in the 20 rune dock days. So you only had 20 runes in your rune dock. Fun times. So GipsyDog takes out the banner. He's going to hang out in this font. And if Tidemaster contests, he's going to get the shit kicked out of him. So GipsyDog puts the Idol of Cain Taurus, which gives all Canaan plus 5 HP, plus 1 damage, and plus 1 defense. It's sort of like an extra war banner, except it doesn't give the refund, and it gives defense and damage instead of just HP. So it's really not like a war banner at all. I just said that it was. Anyway, he puts it outside the font. Now, if you're wondering why he did that, if you're like a new player, it's because Foreglory Swamp has a spell called Font Eruption, and you can cast it, and it will damage all of your opponent's stuff in any font for 12 damage, 12 magical damage. So a lot of times you'll see players, you don't really see much anymore because Font Eruption isn't used a whole lot, like not as much as it used to. They'll especially Forsaken Waste, they'll put their Unholy Tomb outside their font or their Shrine Deployment Zone. It's because they're scared of Font Eruption. So there's the Undertow on Timberjaw Alpha. It looks like he did. because he can't possess. Now, Neuromancer has Tome of the Arcanus, which means that he has Teleport, Metamorphosis, and let's see, Expedite and Levitate. Okay, yeah, so he can possess now if he wants, or he can Metamorphosis. That's cool too. I swore Timberjaw Alpha used to have Impenetrable. Does he not anymore? I thought he did. Maybe I'm just completely wrong. Now what happens is he metamorphoses the Timberjaw. Of course, Metamorphosis is cleansable, so all he has to do is move back into the Cleansing Emerald, and then he'll become cleansed. And he'll turn back into a Timberjaw with Perseverance, which... Oh, unless Air just kills it, which he kind of has to. Yeah. Wait, yeah? No! Oh, he lives. Okay, so GipsyDog can still save it by cleansing it. Air tried to kill it with the Torn Land Cannon, the TLC. Yeah, that's what he's going to do. He's going to cleanse it. And probably heal it or something with Cultist. I don't know. I would do it. Yeah, so he's going back up to 13 HP. Then he'll be cleansed. So Air tried to get off a kill there, but he was 1 HP short. And that's happened to him twice now, right? Those suck, those 1 HP short kills. And so GipsyDog moves him all the way to the bottom of the cleansing radius of Cleansing Emerald. Just to make sure. He's got 2 scavengers out. That is interesting. And he's got Kanan Cultist in the font. Totally does not need to be there. Just going to take a TLC hit. Scavenger moves in. Not really sure why. Maybe to Disease Aura. What are you doing? What you doing, buddy? So, War Banner out for GipsyDog, so now, you know, his Timberjaw is all the way back up to 18 HP. Now, the cleansing doesn't happen until the start of GipsyDog's next turn. So, this is all, Air can still kill it. You know, he's getting Spell Presence right now with, Hypnofrog. Yeah, that's Faithless. That was a joke. So, Tide Master's Bandolier on Hypnofrog. And of course he's making water, so he's probably gonna undertow. No, I don't know. Alternatively, you can kill the Cleansing Emerald and then, but you know. So there's a Poisonous Fumes on Kanan Scavenger, and that actually happened because of Designate Scapegoat. I know this because Air did not have the spell presence to put it back there. And so he must have tried to cast Poisonous Fumes onto a champion. But he successfully kills the Timberjaw with an attack from Tide Master and then the Poisonous Fumes. So he cast 2, actually, through one through Designate Scapegoat from Kanan Cultist, which moved it over here. And then he cast another one. So I'm trying to think of how much Nora he spent to kill that that ridiculous Timberjaw. I mean, he cast you know, Tome, which was about it's 30 Nora, isn't it? 35 maybe. And then 2 Poisonous Fumes, that's 70, so 105. Then Torn Land Cannon for like 155 Nora. Now see, GipsyDog's getting cute here. He's putting Dragon Claw on Scavenger. So now Kanan Scavenger can attack with the Dragon Claw attack for like 20 damage and eviscerated 3. You don't really see Dragon Claw much anymore. In fact, this is like the only time I ever see it used is for use with Kanan Scavenger. So GipsyDog has actually recovered pretty nicely here. Air's obviously not out of it yet because he's got Neuromancer and Hypnofrog, who's Poison Coning. You know, what's ridiculous is that Poison Cone actually used to give Wandering through hallucinogenic. It actually used to give Wandering. Think about how stupid that is. It doesn't do that anymore. So it looks like Heir's going for the Cane Scavenger. Of course, Cane Scavenger has evasive 2. So Neuromancer only hits for 7 psychic damage. Evasive 2. And then, you know, the Sunderland's bonus there. Tidemaster invigorates and then drives Hypnofrog. What's he doing? Is he gonna spit? He spits the Cane Scavenger. So now Cane Scavenger is blinded. Of course, Cleansing Emerald's just going to cleanse it. Oh man, it's like Heir just completely forgets that that exists. He needs to kill it. There's a Swamp Guard Crusher. Oh, he wanders out of the radius. Duh. Sepulcher. Dumbass. I'm my hardest critic. But yeah. But if GipsyDog has another Cleansing Emerald, he can totally kill that Hypnofrog. So, he's got a Canaan Slipped coming up the rear. Scavenger's just kind of sitting there, doing nothing. There's a Lasher. Lashers are only 57 Nora. Of course, they have dragging attack. What's he gonna do with that cultist? No idea. Tell you what he needs to do. He needs to kill that Tidemaster, because he's just invigorating and driving everything. So there's a Staff of the Solstice there. He uses heal Mass and then heal Champion. So Cane Scavenger almost healed back to full. And Staff of the Solstice also gives Divert. So Cane Cultist is a pretty badass support champion now. She's got Divert, Charm 2, Heal Mass 2, Fuel Rage, Heal Champion 3, Designate Scapegoat, Telekinetic Thrust, Rite of Creation. A lot of good support abilities in there. And then there's a Tidal Wave from Tidemaster right there, hitting both Scavenger and Cultist. Of course, doesn't hit amphibious units. So Mind Warp Frog is completely safe. Sorry, Hypno Frog is completely safe. Hang on one second. So I just wanted to reset Fraps so that my audio and video didn't get too far out of sync. But we're back, and Swamp Guard Crusher. I recently borrowed some Swamp Guard Crushers, some Neuromancers, and some Blackhands, so I'm kind of anxious to start playing some Forglar Swamp. I'm not good at Forglar Swamp anymore. I used to be. It was actually the first faction I got top 200 with, but because I wanna help write a Forglar Swamp guide for the Forglar Swamp forum, because they have nothing there. They have nothing, and so figured I should probably play some more Forglar Swamp before I do anything like that. Anyway, so I'm anxious to play Swamp Guard Crusher. He looks really fun to me. I mean, look at that. 6 defense, resistance physical, and then tough 2. So, and then, you know, loyalty. So there's +1 defense right there. He's just crazy. Like, so, Divert right there hits Mind Warp Frog. He needs to kill that Mind Warp Frog. He's just being a bitch. So GipsyDog in a pretty good position right now. Heir has failed to kill the Scavenger, so he's just walking around doing whatever he feels like. There's a Hive. Weird. Oh, Telekinetic Thrust on Mind Warp Frog, so he gets the knockback damage with his, which is 15, because Telekinetic Thrust, see, it says knocked back 3, knocked knockbacked. That's a weird way to say it. And of course that does 5 damage per space it would move back if there's something in the way, so it takes 15 damage. And he's moving in with the slipped to kill something. Yeah, you want to kill something, don't you? And so he moves in with the scavenger to get a little pack leader, pack mentality attack off on. So he does 17, 15, 32 damage with, you know, 1 attack from Slipped. Slipped is going to Manic into the Neuromancer, so the Neuromancer's dead. And it looks like Mind Warp Frog is dead too, because Hive's going to do 5 damage, and then you've got the Disease Aura from Scavenger. So Hypnofrog's dead, and Canaan Cultist has Wandering, but that's cool. Everything's fine. She can just heal herself up while she sits there. So GipsyDog doing a good job of cleaning things up here. And there goes Hypnofrog. So 2 deaths that turn. Not bad. All he did was spend 30 Nora on Hive, and the rest was just, you know, Unleash and Telekinetic Thrust. So I don't know what Heiir is going to do now. I would estimate that he's going to want to kill that Canaan Scavenger for a quest kill. I don't know. Reverberating Blast perhaps, but of course designate Scapegoat. Where is it? I don't know. If he does do a Reverberating Blast and it does end up hitting Scavenger or, you know, Cultist or Lasher instead, then he can probably move in with Time Master and kill Cultist. Oh. Oh. So Canaan Slipped gets off 2 attacks there. Wow. I guess that was from Assault. Yeah, so Reverberating Blast there, so he can go ahead and kill... Oh! Heiir surrenders. Well, that was fun. See you guys in the next game.